There are new Avengers Endgame toy leaks, but the Russo brothers just said we shouldn't trust toy leaks. Should we trust the Russo brothers? Plus, I want to talk about the Sam Jackson comments about time travel in Captain Marvel. What does it mean? Stay up to date about the nerdy things that you care about. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode. Attention all epic gamers. The Den of Nerds needs your help. We need memes. Here at the Den of Nerds, we're really gonna ramp up our social media presence in 2019, and I need the help of people that understand good memes and like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Game of Thrones, and all the nerdy goodness that we talk about here. Email me at thedenofnerds@gmail.com if you are interested. We will be picking maybe one, maybe a couple of different people and literally paying them to help us put some dope memes on our social media. Before we get into the news, I need to shout out Kennick Corner, who got the nerd card question correct in the last Star Wars video I did. And remember in that video when I was like, there's only been one actor that's been in both the MCU and the Star Wars movies? Man, was I wrong. Look at all of these ones here. Kennick Corner knew this. I did not. Shout out to Kennick Corner. And we'll do another nerd card question at the end of this video. All right, we got a lot to cover today, so let's just jump right into it. There were some leaked toy images circulating online late last night. There was a toy for War Machine and a toy for Ronin in Avengers Endgame. Now, quite frankly, there's really not a lot to talk about here. I mean, this War Machine looks exactly the same as the War Machine that we got in Infinity War, and we've seen this Ronin design before, although, you know, it's fair to say that this is probably the best look we've got at the under mask, which covers up all the face except for the eyes of Ronin. It's a good look. It doesn't necessarily spoil a lot. However, if I went to speculation town on this, I would just say that the one thing that pops up to me is the fact that we're likely going to get another suit for War Machine. And you might say, like, how did you get that out of these leaks? Well, it's pretty simple. If you look at the Hawkeye that we've been getting in some of the other promotional material, he looks way different. He's got a different costume on, you know, he's not wearing the Ronin outfit anymore or the mask. And so really what we're being shown here is this timeline in which he goes off and becomes Ronin. Black Widow goes to recruit him, and remember, when she goes to recruit him, she has longer hair than she does in the short hair shots that we get in the trailer. They then recruit Hawkeye back into the team, and then he wears sort of a different outfit. Now, I think he might still rock the katanas and sort of be Ronin-esque. Maybe they'll even call him Ronin, but his costume will change. And we think this might happen with War Machine. I mean, this toy here looks exactly like the War Machine we got in Infinity War, but we did get Lego leaks and other toy leaks that were suggesting that War Machine will get a new set of armor in Endgame. There were a lot of reports that also said that War Machine originally had a much larger role in Infinity War. And remember, the Russo brothers told us that a lot of characters that did not have a lot of focus in Infinity War would get an incredible amount of focus in Endgame. I think that's gonna be Hawkeye/Ronin, and I think it's gonna be War Machine, definitely. And I think both of them are getting a suit upgrade and whatever kind of a time jump happens in this movie. Now, moving on from there, you might have seen some reports out there that the Russo brothers are saying you shouldn't trust toy leaks. And this all has to do with them being asked directly about the quantum suits, or these white suits that keep popping up in different promotional material and on different toys. And the Russo brothers said that the thing about toys was that a lot of the time they're not accurate. They're based on old designs or old concepts that might not even show up in the film, and that like 99% of the time, toys are not accurate to the film. And this is just frankly a lie. Now, are toys completely accurate? No. I mean, especially when it comes to like Lego and, you know, certain types of toys out there, they will often put stuff that's not exact copies of what is in the film. But we should make mention that these quantum suits did not just pop up on toys. They're on concept art. There's leaks of these out there on more than just toys. Not to mention the fact that there's a ton of toys with these quantum suits in them. And guys, it's the Russo brothers. They've clearly lied to us before. They said the title for Avengers Endgame was not Avengers Endgame. And so the question to me is like, why would they do this? Why would they so clearly lie to people out there? And I think that, you know, it's really for like the normies or the casuals. People like us that hang out on channels like this, we know what's going on. We've heard the OG plot leak. We're deep in this stuff with research. We know the quantum realm's coming. There's gonna be some kind of time travel, dimension hopping stuff, but none of that's in the official marketing. And I think when the Russo brothers are asked about this sort of stuff, they have this tactic that's called like the boilerplate tactic, which is just like, hey, if you're asked about about this, this is what you say. It's sort of pre-coached, predetermined answers. And their answer is probably like, well, you can't trust toy leaks. And again, that's mostly just for like the moms and the grandmas. They don't want those people thinking about all of the potential craziness for Avengers Endgame, because frankly, it might turn them off. It's pretty bizarre. And so, yeah, I mean, I just don't trust what the Russo brothers are saying here. These quantum suits are real. The toy leaks do make mention of things that will happen in the movie. It's not always 100% accurate, but you know what else isn't always 100% accurate? What the Russo brothers say. All right, lastly, let's finish up with these comments by Sam Jackson with regards to Captain Marvel. And this really isn't a new story. A couple of months ago, he actually already talked about this. He mentioned the time travel thing. The whole internet went nuts, but he sort of doubled down on those comments recently and added another layer to them that really caused a lot of confusion for people. And recently, when Sam Jackson was talking to Total Film magazine, he was directly asked about what happens after the beeper call in the end of Infinity War. Here's what Sam said here. He says, I guess we might figure out that she can do things that nobody else can do. She can time travel. So maybe she can get ahead or behind or whatever and figure out what all that is. The fact I have the pager 20 years later, it gets addressed in an interesting sort of way. And so what this really means is this is the second time Sam Jackson has talked about time travel. He's not fooling around. Like, he's legitimately talking about how Captain Marvel can time travel. And so at first it seemed like this really weird off comment where maybe he was talking about the potential for her to go into the quantum realm and the fact that she can survive through the quantum realm, but it really seems like time travel is exactly and explicitly what he is talking about. Now, we've got a lot of evidence that her powers are linked to the quantum realm and perhaps the Infinity Stones themselves. And so there is potential here for it to still be connected to the quantum realm, and perhaps she can pass through these time vortexes that nobody else can pass through. Maybe she's strong enough to go through time vortexes and then just come back. Maybe no other character could do that. And let's just get this out of the way. The only thing that we can glean from this for sure is that time travel is going to be linked to Captain Marvel. I mean, unless Sam Jackson is completely lying, there's something going on with time travel and her powers, the link to the quantum realm perhaps, but overall, it's mostly just time travel. Now, we can speculate quite a bit from these comments. For instance, is this possibly why Captain Marvel looks exactly the same in the present day that she looks back in the day in the 90s? Is this possibly why Carol is not on Earth? Could this be why Nick Fury said to Maria Hill in the comic book that if we do our jobs correctly, we'll never need to call Carol? And this beeper, I mean, this crazy thing that he pulls out at the end of Infinity War, is this an item that literally goes through different times and dimensions? Is that some kind of a thing that they worked on at the end of the Captain Marvel movie, perhaps? There are a lot of theories that Nick Fury actually knew about Thanos and the snap and the potential for it to happen. That's why he had the beeper. That's why he was trying to get the Avengers together. So is this something that maybe Captain Marvel sees in Captain Marvel? Does she see the future and that Thanos is coming and they form some kind of a contingency plan which is enacted with that beeper? Ultimately, we really don't know, but I wanted to talk about these comments with you guys because they're really making an uproar online, and there's a lot of cool theories and speculation about what it could mean. Overall, it's the second time Sam has literally talked about time travel with regards to Carol. So I mean, unless he's really fooling with us, I think that's probably a thing. Like, she can time travel. My guess is that it's through the time vortexes. And so let me know what you think about his comments. What do you think's going on with Carol Danvers? What do you think about the Russo brothers lying about the toy leaks? And what do you think about these new toy leaks coming out with the Ronin costume and the War Machine costume? You think we're getting new armor and new costumes for them later in the film? Whatever you're thinking, let me know in the comments down below. Now let's check that nerd card. Before we get out of here, I want to know who created Ultron in the comics. It was not Bruce Banner and Tony Stark. Who created Ultron in the comics? Answer that question in the comment section below. Once again, guys, I need memes. If you're a memester out there or you just love Marvel and DC, send us an email at thedenofnerds.com, man. We really want to hire some people to come in and help us with social media, so maybe that could be you. It'd be really cool. And we also have a lot of cool content coming out this week. Want to do some fan chats, dropping some really in-depth videos that are taking me some time to get ready for, so look forward to that. And as I always say, guys, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.